Hi friends, my name is Arunesh and I am a data scientist. Welcome to this fourth video of Pyspark tutorial playlist where we have already started discussing about data frames. So in this video, I'll be covering filter operations. Let's get started. First, let's know what it is. Filter operation is used to extract rows from data frame based on specified conditions. So let's look at what those conditions are, and along with that we will be using different operators as well. But before jumping into filter operations, we will need to install PySpark and then initiate a Spark session. We can simply do that by this syntax. Guys, I've already discussed this commands in my previous videos, so if you want to know about it in brief, you can watch those videos. Once the installation is completed, we can simply start session with the help of this particular syntax. So here we are importing a Spark session module, and with the help of that module, we will start a Spark session. Let's run it. Now let's read our data set. Read.csv. Here we can give the path, and then we can use header equal to true, comma, infer schema to true. Guys, since our CSV file is in Google Drive, we will need to give the path of Google Drive here. For that, we will need to connect notebook with the drive. So for that, we can simply click on this mount and connect. So here we can see the drive folder appeared. This is nothing but Google Drive. You can simply click on it, and then this is the file that we need. We can go here and copy the path and copy paste here. Let's close this window. Also save this in a variable. Let's call the variable df and run it. Okay. And run it again. Now let's see how the data frame looks like with the help of df show. So we have three columns here: student name, age, and marks. Now let's see how the filter command work. So for that we can insert a text, write filter operation. For filtering the rows, we can simply use df dot filter, and we can give the name of the column. So let's see, the column name is marks. Let's say the students where marks is greater than 85 dot show. So it will show all the rows where the marks is greater than 85. Now there is another way of using this syntax: df dot filter, and instead of giving the name of column, let's give the column itself. So which is df marks, and here you can mention the marks greater than 85, then show. So the results would be same. Okay, now let's see how we can select just few columns. So instead of this dot show, we can do dot select and select a list with the student name, and let's say take age and do dot show here. So we can see we had selected only few columns, so which is pretty amazing. Now let's see how to use multiple filter operations. Now let's use multiple filter operations. For that we can use df dot filter. We can give the name df, let's say marks. Let's say marks greater than 85, and df marks less than 90. Now let's see if the syntax will work properly or not. So if you see, the syntax did not work, but why? The reason is that instead of this and, you can use this symbol, and now it should work. Okay, it worked. It gave us the records where the marks is greater than 85 and less than 90. Now, instead of using this AND operator, we could also use OR. We have got the result. Now suppose we want the records where the marks is equal to 90. So for that we can use comparison operator. Df dot filter. Let's give the column which is marks, and let's say it equals to 90 and do dot show. Okay. So if you see, it is giving us the records where the marks is greater than 90. We could also here use here this particular symbol to get the records where marks is not equal to 90. So there's one more thing I wanted to discuss. There's something called not operator. Copy it first and write here and. So now instead of using this, we could use not operator. It says that the records where the marks is not greater than 85. So it must be showing all the records here. If you see the marks not greater than 85. Guys, now instead of using this dot show, we can also use a different method which is dot collect. So dot collect is a method which is used to retrieve all the elements of data frame and then return them as a list. So which is used for and very helpful in further when we want to do further analysis. So let's see how it works with filter operation. We can simply do this df dot filter and we can give marks greater than 82 or 85, let's say. Now instead of doing dot show, we can do dot collect and also save it in a variable, since this is not an in place operation, guys. So what we can save it in a variable, say df underscore final, and let's run it. So this is a list, and now also see how it looks. So this is the way, and if we want to go into it further, what we can do is we can use this loop for row in df underscore final print row. So if you see that there's a difference here, we were getting a list and here it is mentioning the records one by one. Now let's see the practical application, which is df underscore final, we can say 0, and we can also mention student name, suppose. Let's see what it provides. Okay, it gave the first name as Chandan. Now we want to see, let's copy it from here and then we can simply paste it. Suppose we want to see the second row student name. So we can simply see it from here. Suppose we want to check the age of the first row. This is pretty much handy. It would be very useful for your data analysis practice. So those were the things I wanted to cover in this video. Here we learned the basic filter operations along with operators and along with collect method. The later videos we will be practicing. In the later videos, I'll be covering more complex operations. Till then, stay safe and happy learning. Thank you.